thing that was fun about Crackdown was you go into a huge world, you blow things up, you do missions the way you want, not the way they make you. It's not linear, and you have a supercar that has like that's like it's just everything about it is over the top. But the game never looked like it was never expected to be great.
How old
Like
were you when
nobody
you
was
played that
ever.
game?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Bro, he was like 12 when he played that
No,
game.
it doesn't matter.
We
That
talking about the
game, the
original
game,
Crackdown 2? Oh man,
Crackdown. So the
I
whole thing
know.
is this game, right? True, it's taken a long time for it to come out, whatever, right? But the whole question is are you gonna have fun? Would you enjoy a game where you go into a world
I don't know.
and you're like this badass, you have super speed, you have everything, you can blow up anything you
I
want.
mean, I
You
typically
know what I mean?
like.
Is there a game out there like that right now?
I mean, it feels. I mean, if it's gonna feel like I'm playing it on an emulator, I mean, I'm sure I would
No, it's
enjoy
not
that
playing
joint.
on an emulator.
Bruh,
It
this
is
thing is from like
buttery smooth.
2003.
Buttery smooth.
I don't even think
So
those
here's the
words
deal.
went together back in
Here's
2003.
the deal. I was talking about it in the last podcast that there's been a drought that the game developers actually created themselves because they kept on pushing out shooter over shooter over shooter, right? And what ends up happening is people got
This ain't it,
bored and
Chief.
tired, bored
This
and
ain't the
tired.
savior, bruh. This
Nah,
ain't your
it
savior.
automatically becomes better. Even if it's an average game, it becomes
Oh,
15
like
to 15% better because it's not the same shit. And I'm currently looking for something that's not the same shit. You know what I mean?
listen,
So
listen. Just
Crackdown,
because
and
the
then
field has been
they
putting
just
out horrible games, that does not give this game a pass on its mediocrity.
it's not mediocre, and they have released gameplay a couple weeks ago. They released some single player gameplay, and it looks good.
Who
It
who
looks like Crackdown.
who knows about
Anyone
it?
who is
Who
fan of Crackdown is going to be interested in this game. And the main thing and it's going to be the same exact thing. People are going to sleep on it. No one's going to know about it. And when it comes out and people actually have fun, the same way the Halo beta thing worked, everybody's going to be on it. That's exactly what happened last time.
Yo, we're talking about a time period when they used to put out video game betas. And I mean,
They
like to the
still
point
do.
of like a disc
They
though,
still do.
like on. Didn't you say it
It
was on
wasn't
a
a disc.
disc?
It wasn't on the disc. It was.
Didn't you say it was on a
Was
disc?
it? No. You got it. You got it. As
Crackdown
you
1.
got it. I don't know. You got it with
That
Halo.
shit
Or
came in
something
a
like
sleeve. Shit came in a CD sleeve, and now they're talking about reviving it, bruh.
No, yo. The game looks good. It looks good. It's just one of those games that it's not going to impress you
All
by
right, you
clips.
know
They're
what
not
doesn't
releasing a
impress
lot
me?
of
You know
games.
what doesn't impress me? I've touched on this before. Any game that goes directly to a freaking subscription pass is horrible,
Sea of
bro.
Thieves.
Yo,
You don't like Sea of Thieves?
bro, Sea of Thieves
You
got
don't like
play
Sea of
so
Thieves?
late and so far in.
You don't. I'm just asking you a
I'm
question.
just
Do you
saying.
not like Sea of
I'm
Thieves?
just saying.
It's a
I'm
yes or
just
no
saying.
question. Did you
Do I
like
like?
Sea of Thieves or not?
No, not at first. No.
And then you want to talk about subscription. You
But
play a
listen,
free to
look,
play
this
game,
game
yo.
hasn't even. Yo, I love a free to play game. I love it.
It's all the same,
Bro,
yo.
you repped Fortnite last week. You want to talk free to play? You rep Fortnite and League to the death.
Yeah, but I'm not making your argument. Subscription has nothing to do with
Bro,
anything.
the subscription
yo.
does.
It's just that
The subscription
subscriptions
does.
are
You
the
don't
way
have
the
any.
world.
They don't have
No.
They don't
So-
have faith
so-
that their
so
game
I
can
don't think you
stand on its own
understand why.
too. It's an
Nah,
exclusive
you don't
too.
understand subscriptions. You don't understand subscriptions.
It's an exclusive
Everything
too.
Microsoft, everything
Ooh.
Microsoft is publishing is going to their subscription. It doesn't matter what game. There's no game that Microsoft is not publishing that's not going to subscription.
Because
It
they're
doesn't even make
losing.
sense.
Because they're losing.
No, it doesn't make sense.
They're
It's
losing.
not. It's not
They're
even
losing, bruh.
a valid argument.
Microsoft
Anyway.
isn't losing. Microsoft
No,
is losing.
Microsoft is. Oh, so you're gonna switch your topic to Microsoft?
Well, I mean, we could throw that in there.
To make Crackdown a worse game? That doesn't even make sense.
No,
yo.
no. We can go
Crackdown is
back
gonna-
to Crackdown. We can go right back to Crackdown. How long is this taking to develop? This is taking longer to develop
Alright.
than Final Fantasy. Like, what? This might be up there for the top 3
Yeah, how
longest
long
developed
does-
games that we've been
No,
waiting
not
on.
really. GTA things just develop, yo. Fuck out of here.
Are you
Same
going to
shit.
compare this to GTA?
It might be just as fun. Who knows?
You
At
did
least
not
they already
make that
promised
claim.
it's not
Did
gonna have
you really?
microtransactions.
Did you
At
really
least they
make
already
that?
promised it won't have microtransactions like every other game.
Bruh,
That's
did
a
you
win.
re-
Crackdown 3.
Did you really just say this might be better than
It could,
GTA?
yo, you get it's a open world. You get to do whatever you want. There's a comparison there.
Okay.
You get your own
There
car.
there is a comparison. Do you want to make that comparison though?
Yo, I'm saying,
Do you
who
want to?
knows? You
Do you
never
really
know.
want to make that comparison?
You never know.
You want to stand by this? Because we will have we can what we can go to town on this one.
I'm just
GTA,
saying,
I will
they're both
defend this to
open
the
world
death.
games. I
GTA
don't know
over
if it's gonna
Crackdown,
be good,
I will
but you're
defend that
asking
shit
me.
to the death, bro. We can go
Nah,
from
but
GTA.
you're saying how long it took to develop, and it took similar amount of time to develop. So what's the? There's no deal,
There is
man.
no way this will
It's
ever
just
do anything numbers wise near GTA.
no. We're not talking numbers yet. We're
This will
talking about
not
how good
do
the gaming
fun
is.
wise near anything near GTA. The single player, let's not forget the single player. GTA does have an amazing single player. Let's not forget that. You can't,
GTA probably will have a better single player, but
bro. There is
I'm talking about the
no
open world,
way.
the online. Actually, I think the online might be
Mm,
just as fun.
I don't know,
Seriously,
man. I don't
with
know.
your friends
I mean, we'll
running around the
see.
world.
We'll all the whole world will see, obviously. But I don't. Well, then again, will the whole world see? Nobody even knows about this shit, so maybe
It's the
not.
same thing happening over
My
again. The
bad.
super hit is waiting to come, man. They
Huh?
took their time. They took all the time they needed to put out
Bro,
the
nobody
best
even
possible
knows
game.
it's
That's what
coming
you want to
out.
hear.
You just found out today that this was coming out in a couple weeks. Nobody
Nah, I
knows.
didn't.
Yes, you
I,
did. You
no,
didn't know it
I
was
didn't know
this
it was coming
soon.
out as soon as it
That's
was coming. But
right.
it doesn't
That's
matter.
bad.
I've seen
The
gameplay
world
footage.
should
It looks
know.
exactly what I'm looking for, yo,
You
in a game
just
right now.
found gameplay footage. You had to
Completely
dig deep.
different.
You had to dig
I
deep.
didn't dig deep. It was
You had to go in
literally,
the
it was the
archives.
first. It
He
was the
had,
first thing
he
that
had to
came
look
up.
in the Google cache. You had to
Stop
look at
it.
the cache results.
It don't matter. Like, stop it. Look,
Oh, I'm
the
just
whole
joking,
question
man.
is whether the game is good. I don't care when I saw video for
No, no. I mean, that's amazing. If it's good, we will see. We will truly see if it lives up to that hype or not. Speaking of
it.
another game that we will see if it lives up to its hype or not, Anthem. And I hate it easy.
Oh
Again,
God.
you know I hate
Oh
that shit.
God. Oh
Bro, this is
God.
like literally a
Oh
Warframe
God.
knockoff. I mean, bruh, just because Warframe did it, don't try to hop on the nuts now. Don't try to ride the wave. It's like, come on, bruh. You're doing exactly the same thing. Robotic suits. It's the same exact thing. Action shooter. You're trying to be an RPG. You're trying to do everything. And you know what? I don't know, bro. I have the feeling that you're going to flop. I think you're not going to deliver what you're promising. You give me a Destiny vibe, bruh. You give me a
This is like
Destiny vibe. Just
this is
saying,
some uneducated
you know,
opinion here, yo. And
uneducated.
let
Oh
me break
man,
me
you went
break
for the
down
jugular there.
let me
Woo.
let me break down the whole thing with Court, right? Warframe is a very imperfect game, right? And it's literally the
It's
only
free.
version of itself, right? So there's
It's
nothing similar to
free.
Warframe out there. We get Call of Duty, we get Battlefield, we get all these other Escape from Tarkov now. We have all these different types of shooters, right? But this whole third person kind of mech genre is new. And Warframe did it first, right? So we can give them props there. But the issue is they have no competition, so a lot of the flaws in that game haven't been exploited. So here comes Anthem.
Mm.
They're like, oh,
I don't think they'll be the ones to do it. They won't be the
this
ones
is
to
a cool
exploit it.
genre. This is a cool genre. Let's see. Let's put our take onto it, right? Bioware's take onto it. And the issue that I have with Warframe as a person who actually played the game is questing is really horrible,
But we're talking about
especially
Anthem.
initially. Yeah, we're talking about Anthem. So back to Anthem, what I'm expecting out of the game, and you're calling it a clone of Warframe, is a game that is a lot more cohesive, that feels fun from beginning to the end. You know what I mean? And I've been thinking about trailers in general and the issues with them versus the past and now. So back in the day, right? Games trailers were a new thing. YouTube was a new thing. The whole concept, because back when we were young, it was magazines and shit like that. Then we switched to online trailers, and then the thing was when games came out, they were different types of games each time. They weren't like the same old thing. So it wasn't like two or a rebooted X or anything like that. So trailers were just more interesting because it's stuff that you haven't seen before. And what I'm noticing now is The fact that we've seen everything, almost everything under the sun, and nothing is new. Trailers don't seem as good as they actually play or how fun they actually are because if you just watch a video of it, it's something you've already seen before. It's nothing crazy. It just
What
maybe
is his
looks really good.
argument?
So my
The reason it's nothing I've seen
so
before.
so I'm noticing when I see Anthem, like people watching Anthem, it looks okay. It doesn't look revolutionary. Nothing is revolutionary anymore. You know what I mean? That's not the point. The
Hmm.
point is it going to be a fun game? And then I think
You're
it has the possibility to be a good game.
It
You know what I
could,
mean?
it really could be, but the fact that it hasn't shown anything, it doesn't even have to be revolutionary. We've had this discussion before. It needs to differentiate itself. It hasn't even
It
differentiated itself.
has. There's
How?
only
How so?
games of this. There's only two things in the genre. It's not like a crowded genre where it needs to really
Oh,
go out of its way. And it's
it's.
significantly different than Warframe. Like Warframe is
Is it?
it is. It is. Warframe is this weird
Man,
class base. You just switch your Warframes around to do different things. That's not the way this game. It doesn't seem that the same way that Warframe does.
I don't know,
Warframe is
man.
cool, but and then let's not forget the fact that most people haven't even played Warframe. So we're talking something new to the mass to the
I mean,
masses
if we're talking
masses.
about, but
You
now then
because
we're
you're
getting into
focused on you.
then we're getting into budgets of
Yeah,
who's
but I mean,
advertising
you're
more,
saying
and we just
I'm
went
saying
away
to
from
the
budgets
world, Anthem is
earlier.
going to be
You
the new
know?
stuff. So I'm looking at it as a person. For most people that have not played Anthem, Warframe, right? Anthem is going to be something different and it's going to be something fresh. And that's what people need the most. I feel like people
See,
want fresh the most.
you're coming at it from a
Well, let's
we
even if
are
we
the world
well,
gaming
I mean,
perspective.
you can come at it from the angle of hey, Warframe has done this first, or you can come at it from the angle that hey, Anthem is going to do it bigger. But both of those don't even matter.
Oh
Both of
man,
those don't even matter. What really
I
matters
can't
is
wait till we revisit this later
well,
in
nah,
the
but what
year.
really matters
No, I mean after it comes out,
is
I
this
can't
game.
wait.
Yeah, yeah, I can't
I can't
wait.
wait.
But
This is gonna be
what
great.
really matters is this going to be a fun game? And I've been watching clips, and it looks like the type of game where I can come home, play with my friends, and it'll
I
be
don't know,
fun.
man. It
You know
looks
what I
like
mean? Because
doesn't look like it has much depth to me. It doesn't look like it's very. It looks almost. I don't know. I don't know. It may even be repetitive.
it's questionable. It's
It
questionable.
may
I
even
don't
be
know. See,
repetitive.
repetitive, you'll never know until you actually play
No,
it.
I'm
But
not saying I'm not claiming I'll know yet. This is just conjecture. You never know. But we'll find out, and we will revisit it later on in the year after we both gotten our hands on it and gotten to play it some.
I'm just saying. Well, I mean, all I'm saying is check out Anthem. Anthem, I think, should be a good game. I think it has. I've been watching a lot of footage. I saw
What about
they had
EA,
this one
bruh?
like all right. I saw this video. They had like 45 minutes of like an in-depth walkthrough of like the weapons and stuff like that.
Hmm?
And I mean the gear system and all that, and it looks cool. It looks in depth. Like you can do a lot. So I mean, EA is a problem. I'm not gonna lie.
EA, bruh. EA
EA
all
is a problem.
day.
EA is
Yay.
a really is a
I
problem.
mean, we know. You just brought that point. The micros and things of that nature, man.
Yeah, I mean
The
they said that they're not
notorious, bruh.
yeah, I don't know.
They've destroyed game after game after game at this point. Their track record is
I
really
gotta be
bad.
real.
It's really bad
If
right now.
if by chance
You
a
know.
lot of um game reviews say the game sucks, I'm not buying it because
Mm,
I don't trust EA
just
more than I trust any game reviewers. So like
that's
if they don't
bad.
have
They don't even
they don't
have
have
that level of the benefit of
no
the doubt anymore because
but
they've messed up a
but
lot. I'm with you there. I'm with you there.
uh,
They've messed up a
yeah,
whole lot.
I'm not that. So it's not like a day one buy. Like maybe I don't care what people would say about maybe GTA or something like that.
Yeah, you just be like, I'll try it anyway, at least.
Yeah, I mean the only good thing is this was developed by BioWare. They're the ones that did the Mass Effect stuff. So I mean they have some credit to their name.
But even then, Mass Effect, the last Mass Effect, really shitted
Yeah,
on, and Mass
yeah,
Effect fans were not happy with that. So they've got a lot to prove and a lot to freaking
yeah. I heard about
fix, I
that.
guess. You know,
Yeah,
maybe they'll pull
I,
it off. They might pull it off. I'm not. I'm rooting for them. I would love another great game in this space and in this genre. You know.
I think that's better for both games. I think they both actually need competition, and that's the reason. All right, so I'm gonna go into this story that I just experienced a couple days ago. Um, this has to do with Warframe.
All right.
So Court convinced me to play Warframe. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me try this game a second time.
Uh
Well, not second time, but let me try and get through this part that I didn't want to play. And we
oh.
spent an
Ooh,
hour
you spent some
trying to
time
get
on that
through
piece.
one quest.
That's for
And
sure.
here's what you had to do. You had to go. They said you need to pick up three things. They're called cellophane, whatever it is, right? And we had to play the same map probably 6 or 7 times,
It's painful.
clearing out everything
It's
just to
painful.
find these three fragments. So you can only find one fragment on the map
Per
once.
quest.
You had to per
Yeah.
so you had to redo it. And sometimes we went through the map 3, 4 times before we found a fragment. And this is just the and then by the way, these three cell phone fragments are not even the whole quest. It's like 5 levels to this quest, right?
The hate
To get
is
off
real.
this little planet.
The hate is real.
And this one thing took us an hour. It was the most infuriating, most frustrating thing I've done all year. Not year, all 2018.
All year. Oh God. He
Okay,
he
and
went he went
2019.
drastic. He said
I'm going
all
back.
year, guys.
I'm going back to 2018. So
All
it was that
year?
bad. This
Oh,
is how bad the questing is. So
all
anybody
year,
who's
bro.
new that's gonna play that game and plays that is probably gonna quit just where I quit. So
All year,
anyway,
bro.
my point is I'm looking forward to the game. Hopefully they bring some, just give
I
you a good
I
time. That's all I care.
bet you, I bet you that these mother effers have some stupid quest line that's gonna be the same
I guarantee you
exact
it's not
thing.
even gonna be close. Not even
I
close.
bet you.
All right, we'll see.
He doesn't wanna hear it, people. I'm telling you,
We'll see. We'll
this
see.
guy doesn't realize. Look, we are having some issues with the video, and I have to fix that. So, next topic, Maestro. We got here. All right, so the next game we're talking about, the Division 2, another freaking shooter that, in my opinion, is great. I love it. Um,
Hit it.
I'm going to be hype for freaking Division 2 in my freaking collection. I like the first one. I don't even know why you didn't play the first one. You were kind of a rookie for that one. That shit was dope. Me and Conflict played it a ton. Actually, I'm about to freaking get the game again on PC, probably to warm up for the second one. Going to be
So what did you like about it?
everything. Literally, there's a system to build up your character as usual. You level up your character, you customize your character how you want. You have your freaking different abilities. So I mean, you could be more of a defensive character, more of an offensive character. Third person shooting system. They got a great cover system. So you sit there, get into the cover system. There's hard AI. It's not like there's some cakewalk AI. So you actually have a challenge when you're doing the missions. Then let's not talk about the freaking dark zone. You can go in there on a PvP tip and then get your PvP on. Steal people's loot, steal people's stuff, attach it to the chopper, and then be out. Man, the game is great. Like if you want a freaking, you're talking about something different, and you're talking about different games and different genres. That's not a straightforward shooter, right? That's something that you probably would even like. Should give it a try this time.
So I'll consider Division. So, but my issue with the game is I have one issue:
All right.
loot boxes. They're adding loot boxes to Division 2.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah. So, and then let me break it down even further to how shady this is. Besides the loot boxes, right?
Kidding me.
They they have a version of the game that costs $120. And what does it give you?
Ooh.
You know how much a video game
What
costs?
does it? What
$60.
does it give you? That is the real
It gives
question.
you loot. So you get
Okay.
guns and gear. You
Gun,
get gear and guns.
are these guns and gear actually more powerful?
I don't know, but it's something that other people don't have, and you can pay double the amount of money for a game. A $60 game, you're paying $120. and you get early access. You get like 3 day early
If
access.
you decide to pay $120 for
$120.
a game,
You get.
um, I can't. I mean, hey, that's your
I,
choice. It's
I
your
I'm not. I'm
money.
not
I'm
with it.
not going to knock it. I'm not doing it
I'm
because
knocking it. I think it's stupid. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's stupid. As a company, you're like, you
I'm
know what? Give me that
no,
money.
but I
Give me
don't
that
need.
loot.
I don't need this type of money grab. It just gives off a bad vibe to me.
I
It
mean,
just
why is it a
it's like
money grab? Why is it any different than when other games have freaking the collector's edition or things of that nature? Why
well,
is
I
it
mean,
any different?
collector's edition. So, oh, by the way, you want to know how high? So, since we're talking about collector's edition, the highest pack you can get is $250. That just kind of gives you the mindset they're having. But I can respect the $250 one because they're giving you figurines and soundtracks and art to
Well,
maps.
then
So, whatever,
how can you have
whatever,
it both ways?
whatever. But
How can
I'm
you have it
talking
both
about the hundred and twenty
ways?
dollar in game. Hey, I got extra skins, maps, and weapons and shit
Uh,
for $60 more. It just I don't know. It's just the fact that they want to charge that much more money is just ringing bells. And then the fact that they're adding loot boxes, I'm just
mm,
saying it's looking a little shady to me. Like
I can't love that, but
to be real,
I
like
can't
I'm
love
seeing
that.
some
Let's be
Ubisoft
real.
is like maybe EA fired some execs and then they got hired at Ubisoft. Like
Maybe they switch companies. I
I
don't
don't
know, but
I'm
I can't love that.
I
Hmm.
can't. I'm not. I don't know. So
Hmm.
anyway, so the thing that's kind of, I guess for me, the division doesn't look like a bad game. It's just, I don't know. I don't like when I first saw the trailer, and then this is a whole trailer issue. So maybe this is back to what I was saying about trailers, but I don't know. I'm not against playing it, but it looks like it's one of those games that if you watch, it's not really going to pull you in as much as playing it. So it sounds like you guys, because I remember when you guys were playing it, it was all on a whim. It wasn't like you guys were
It
seriously looking
was,
forward to
yeah,
it.
it was. No, I was
And
looking
then you
forward
guys,
to it, and then I got
no, we
disappointed.
were, and then we stopped. I don't know. It was
But I
one of those,
still got it. I did get it kind
yeah.
of on
And
a
then you,
whim. It
and
was kind of on a
yeah,
whim, I guess.
and
Yeah,
then you ended up enjoying it.
yeah,
So it's
great
like,
game, great game. Yeah,
it's like one of those things. And then, yeah. So I'm not against it. It's just those two things, the loot box thing, scares the shit out of me.
that's a
The amount
scary
of money
factor.
they're charging for $120 game that gives you weapons and skins and shit is sketchy to me.
That's not a
And
good look either.
and
Yeah,
but who knows
I
how
might
the
have to
gameplay is actually gonna be?
revoke my love on that one. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
We going. I'm gonna keep an eye out on it. I'll probably still get it,
we'll see.
unless
We'll
I
see.
mean,
I mean,
knowing me, I'll
yeah.
probably get it. So,
Well, and it also depends on what other games I'm really playing at the time. If it's some deserted thing, maybe I do get it. I don't know, but we'll see.
well, speaking of games around that same time, the game is currently playing right now. Jump Force, baby. I love it.
Hate
Hype.
it. Hate it. Hate it.
Beta this week or this weekend. I'm going to be on there. Come check out the stream, people. Be on there to watch it. No, but it's good here.
All right, so the thing about Jump Force. So for those who don't know what Jump Force is, Jump Force is a game with all the dope anime characters. It's a fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
Graphics are brilliant, amazing looking graphics,
Amazing.
actually,
I'm talking about
phenomenal. So
game-changing graphics.
yeah,
That's
so
why I
like if
love
you
it.
like Hunter x Hunter, if you watch that, or if you watch Bleach, or if you watch Naruto, One Piece, what other
Yu-Gi-Oh,
ones?
freaking
Yu-Gi-Oh.
who else? Yu Yu Hakusho. Who else is on there? It's great.
Yeah,
Everything.
it's a lot of different show, and there's probably been announced more.
Oh,
But
they keep
the
adding characters, guys. It's
so
great.
the issue with that game for me is, and then you know what's funny? They even said that they won't be kind of supporting competitive play, meaning, and then we're like, and I remember seeing that headline, and I'm like, that's weird. But when I actually saw the gameplay, I realized that the gameplay is very, very basic. You have like a couple moves per character, even though the game is beautiful. And there's the countering is cool, but
I
what
disagree
you'll
with that
notice,
assessment.
what you'll notice is it feels like with the like one or two special moves, like literally like one or two special moves each character has, This game is going to get boring very quickly.
See,
Very, very quickly because it doesn't seem as technical as a lot of the other fighting games. But the opposite also is it's going to be fun for any random person to play, which is what they were probably shooting for. But it's not. I don't see my. I doubt anybody's going to be playing that game in a year. Like it's not going
here's
to.
here's where I disagree there. The complexity issue is a non-issue because they actually do have complexity. You've only seen the beta play, and that was even closed beta. But in general, the characters, almost each character on the game has different forms. So I mean, we're talking about we've got people from Dragon Ball Z here. So we've got Goku going through how many levels of forms? I'm talking about Kaioken to Super Saiyan, multiple levels of Super Saiyan, all the way up to the God level. This guy got different moves and different variations of those same few special moves in each one of those stances. And this is true for multiple characters. Then they keep adding characters. I mean, every time you turn around, there's a new character on this piece. That's variety right there. That's longevity right there.
No,
And
but I'm really just talking about the combat system. I just feel like
and
it doesn't
it's
seem.
not that
It seems a
easy.
little bit basic. It seems like it's just like once you watch it for a while, you feel like you're watching the same thing over and over again. Like I don't know,
I'm talking about
Street
playing
Street
it
Fighter
here.
doesn't
I'm
Street
talking
Fighter
about
doesn't
playing it here.
it,
You know,
that this.
and if we're bringing up Street Fighter, that's as basic as we're getting. I mean, dude, you're jumping over a fireball, the slowest moving projectile in human
Yeah, but
history.
it's so much more technical. I don't know.
No,
I
it's
just
really
feel like
not, man. It's a fighting game enthusiast. It is really not more technical than like Street Fighter is no more technical than this in any way,
so.
shape, or form.
All right, so what would you
Like,
call more technical? Tekken?
of course, Tekken would be more technical than this. Of course.
Nah.
I mean, that's just a
Anyway, we'll
given.
see. I think
And you have to
I think
do
the game
10 hit
could be
combos
fun.
that you're literally pushing the buttons on. That's the upper scale of technical fighting games, if that's what we're going with. But
I don't know. So I'll be honest, Jump Force is a possible buy for me, but
if you buy it, I am going to destroy you. I will let you know that right now.
so
Just
I
so
suck
you know.
at
And
whatever.
that man,
I'm not I'm
that
I'm not
statement
that good
right
at
there
fighters.
probably scared him off from buying it because I will
No,
destroy you
I'm
in
not.
that game.
So
Oh,
as an anime fan,
ooh,
I Jump Force looks
destruction.
really good to me.
It's amazing.
Um, but
Can't even hate. It's that
yeah,
good.
it's just I'm cautious about it because I don't want it to be some basic game,
You
and
know,
they're
as
not going to be
cautious
selling it for
is
forty
the
dollars.
division with the
They're
loot
not selling
box
this game.
issue.
They're not going to be selling this game for $40. It's going to be a
Of
sixty
course
dollar
not.
game,
Of course it will.
and I need to feel like I need to get like my
You
money's
know,
worth for
hey,
the
you can
game. You know,
always
so
wait a few till it
I
drops in
might
price. You
that
know,
this might actually be a wait for me.
yeah,
So
wait
even
a
though it's
few till it
coming
drops in price. I may be getting it
yeah,
early because I'm going to be that guy whooping everybody's ass on it.
and then I wonder. Hopefully, they
Viewers,
have a good ranking system. They haven't even talked about it. I haven't
oh
seen
man,
anything
that'd be
about it.
good.
They might not even have. If they don't have one, that's going to be such a turn on. They
Yeah,
don't have a
well,
ranking system
we'll
on
have
that
to
game.
see. We'll have to see. But I'll let you know right now. Anybody listening, you can come catch these hands on some Jump Force. Anybody, come catch these hands. You included.
Yeah, whatever.
So let's go to the next topic here. What are we going with? Our next topic is the Ring of Elysium Season 2 update. New map. No, the game is for anyone that doesn't know, let me give you the backdrop. The game is a battle royale system, a battle royale game. The game was created by same people that made the PUBG mobile game. I love the game. I'm a huge fan of the game. The game has a snow map currently. This is before PUBG had its little snow map deal. And for season 2, they're back to the sunny, normal island. Except, now they have volcanoes and volcanic ash and all that good jazz. But the game has what's different about this game, this battle royale system. You have travel abilities or travel vehicles. So each character you pick at the beginning, you could pick a glider. Um, in the snow map, you could pick a snowboard or an ice pick and kind of rappel kit. So you start off with that. You get travel powers and you can kind of travel around the map and kill everyone there. Also, 4 people escape in this game, or 4 people can possibly escape. There's a helicopter that comes and saves anyone. You gotta climb the ladder and get to the helicopter, and 4 possible people can escape. So the game is great, and we are now going into season 2, where they are releasing their second map and new travel abilities and everything. It's just going to be good. So I love it. It's definitely going to be on my playlist.
So I don't know. Elysium to me, man. I was talking about this a while back. The thing about Elysium is, and they seem to have solved it before, but you were talking about differentiating themselves. I kind of felt like they did have they had the travel thing where you could glide around the map, which no other battle royale has, right? And it
Mm-hmm.
was a snow map, which no battle royale really focused on, even though PUBG did have one. So those two were
Eventually.
differentiating factors, right? But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, man, I didn't. I felt like it was just a slightly different flavor. It wasn't necessarily a different. It didn't seem like different enough for you know. There's a ton of battle royales, but after looking at the season 2, I feel like they're really trying to put like an extreme kind of emphasis on Elysium. Just
Mm-hmm.
make it more like a little bit more over the top, right?
Yep. Yep.
It reminds me of like the Saints Row versus GTA type thing. Um,
Oh, okay. I can see what you're saying there.
but
Okay.
yeah, I mean it's free to play, so that's good. I, I just don't know. I don't know if um that is the answer. So I think the main reason why um but battle royales worked, especially PUBG, was the suspense, right, and the
Mm-hmm.
story.
Yep.
I just feel when I was watching Elysium, I didn't feel like it was giving me the story that I get with PUBG. Like it didn't
I
didn't feel suspenseful.
I feel like it has more story than PUBG.
No, and then maybe that's because you can move around so quickly. I don't know, but
I feel it has more story than PUBG, and that's just straight up off of the environment. I mean, this map, like literally, you on a snow map. There's pamphlets and stuff about the news story about there's this big storm Ymir coming, and literally there's people that are trying to survive the freaking town. Like that's the story of the thing, right? So these guys have to survive and they're all killing each other, and there's only a few people that can get on this helicopter that's coming to rescue people and freaking escape. And then at the end there's a new story that has so much more story than this random. You don't even know why
nah,
you're on PUBG. Who knows why you're
nah,
even
you can't
there?
you can't you can't deny the reason why PUBG got so big. Like
Why are you there
PUBG
though?
did so much. Like I
Where's the
feel like people
story?
hate on PUBG.
Where's the story though?
No,
Why
all
are
right.
you
So
why are you
the
there?
story is you
When
just
do
come
you
out of
find that out?
nowhere.
When do you find that out? What, that you
No,
just
when I'm
come out of
talking,
nowhere?
no,
I'm just saying in PUBG there is no storyline. You don't know why
no,
you're in
I'm
that.
not talking. Well, when I talk about storyline, I'm just talking about your specific game. So you get into a game, you scrounge around, try and find stuff, you try and sneak out. You're worried about where you are, whether there are
Same
people this
thing
way or
too.
that way, where the
Same thing
circle
is
is,
happening.
where people. Yeah, but you can avoid so much by gliding from one mountain to another to the circle
You
that
can
the
get shot
story
out of
gets.
the air.
Yeah, but it's not
It
the
adds
same as
different elements to the story.
walking down a hill, looking left and right, making sure there's no one there. Where would they be coming around? Would they be coming around off the bridge over here, where people most
I
likely to
mean,
be?
there's even
It's
more to
different.
worry about. They could be coming off a mountaintop. They can glide in and swoop down
Yeah, but
on you while you're running. There
if
is
they're
so
gliding,
much
they're not a
more.
threat.
Why
Nobody's
not?
killing
What
them
are
in the
you? Are
air.
you insane?
They're not a threat until they
What?
actually land.
No, you can
You can
shoot from the glider.
I didn't say you couldn't, but you're most likely not gonna die from on a glider. Like
Dude,
that's
you
like
haven't
something that will
watched enough
happen like
game.
10.
You haven't watched enough gameplay.
I mean, I've watched some and I've never seen.
You have not watched enough. That is a
That's
false
like a
claim.
rare thing.
That's
That's
not
like a
rare
rare
at
thing to
that's
me.
not rare at all. At all rare. That's how ill informed you are on this one. That's not at all
Anyway,
rare.
it's just I'm just saying
You
the
know?
fact that you have all that movement. it just makes it a little
You're
bit.
reaching. You're trying to find something.
Uh,
You're trying to
I don't
find the
know.
hate. I can
I
see
think
it. I
that
feel it.
I'm not trying. I
Trying.
genuinely feel this way,
I need to
but
dig deep.
I'm not against the game though. So I'm
Dig
not
deep.
like a hater of the game
See,
specifically. I just feel like
doesn't hate.
when I compare it
Right.
to
He loves it.
other battle royales, it just doesn't. I feel like and it may be the season two. This map
They're coming
fills
with a
the void
BMX
that I
bike,
think
bro.
maybe it
They're
fills the void
swapping
that I
out the
think it's missing.
snowboard for a BMX bike. What, bro? This is going to be amazing.
Yeah, I think that's
Then then they got, instead of the snow and the avalanche, what's the limiting factor? It's not some weird blue circle that no one knows what the hell it is. No, this time it's a freaking volcano and volcanic ash and toxic fumes. You gotta escape that. The first time you gotta escape the brutal sub-zero temperatures. They got this thing figured out, bruh. Gotta
eh,
admit,
eh,
that's
I
cool.
need to
That's
see
some
it.
cool
I need to
shit.
see it. I'm
You
not.
know that's some cool shit,
I
bruh.
think that the first game. I think the first game, and it's funny because I feel like they attacked the first game like they were looking at everything that PUBG didn't have, and then they kind of tried to fill the void instead of making it really have its own identity. That's what it felt like to
I
me.
think it does have
But
its own
this
identity in a
one,
way.
this season two, it feels like okay, yeah, this game lost some soul. Let's give it a soul. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
seems like they're trying to give the game a soul now. So
yeah. They're trying to step it up. They're stepping
yeah,
their shit up. I can, you know.
they're giving it more of an identity. The season two seems like the game is going to have more identity. So I'm cautiously optimistic about it versus the first.
Cautiously, can't shake the hate, bro. Can't
Whatever.
can't shake the hate no matter what. All right, so let's get into some more spicy topics. I guess I don't know. Soldier 76 is apparently gay. His sexual preference apparently was so important for Blizzard to announce, make an event out of, whatever you choose to call the occurrence, I guess.
S- s-
So I mean, I don't really hate it,
I,
but I
I don't really
kind,
hate it a lot.
yeah,
I
it's
mean, I
kind
can
of.
hate on it a little bit. Like
I'm
I'm not. So I
I'm a
think
little
it's cool
neutral.
that I'm.
You know,
So here's the deal. In all honesty, not a lot of game characters are gay. Period. So that's probably cool if you're gay to see someone you identify with. You know what I mean? It's the
okay,
same with. So it's not that it's bad, but I just feel like it doesn't feel genuine to me. You know what I mean?
exactly, and that's where
It
my hate comes from with that topic.
it
It's
doesn't
the same
feel.
thing.
It feels like they're trying to get they were trying to get some news. It was like a PR. It felt
Yeah, yeah, they're
PR-ish to
running
me.
down a check. It almost feels like they're over there at Blizzard
Yeah,
running down a checklist. Like literally like, all right,
yeah.
let's be
Let's get
what
some more.
people feel are inclusive, guys,
Like
and
even
add
Tracer
any and
being gay.
everything we can.
Tracer being gay seems more natural to me than Soldier 76. It has nothing to do with the guy or girl, but
Hmm.
it didn't feel like they were reaching. You know what I mean? It's just this one.
It
I
just
don't
feels
know.
they
It's
do
just like
feel
the game was
forced
dead for
inclusion.
the game. It's not in the news. Hey, what do we do to get the game in the news and sell some copies?
That's true, especially hey, maybe Overwatch League's
Yeah,
not
it
doing
just
so
seemed
hot. Whatever we
random.
need to, yeah, we
Yeah,
need to get some controversy around our,
it,
which
I needed.
is honestly dumb
Yeah,
that it's even controversial at all. Like, I mean, it's a game character. When did we start diving into game
and it's
characters?
2019. Should we be announcing that people are
Yeah, I
gay?
mean,
Like,
it's just like it
I
doesn't
don't think
really
I don't think the
matter.
hate is bad. Like maybe I don't know. It's
Not even
just
it's not even a hate. We're all soldiers now with the
yeah,
eggplant. Oh no, Gamer Lee.
yeah,
Oh
yeah. I don't
no,
know.
bro. I don't really care. It's just like, all right, cool. Can he shoot? That freaking grenade launcher is still fire.
Yeah,
I don't care if
I
you
just
gay or
I
not,
don't
bro.
like. So I have an issue, and then me and Court have talked about
Get on the
this
payload, bro.
a billion times, right? I don't. I feel like Blizzard or Overwatch, the people in charge of Overwatch act like they care, but they don't really care. You know what I mean? So we were talking about Doomfist, right? So Doomfist
Oh,
is so
Doomfist, bro.
for by the way, right? Overwatch came out, Doomfist didn't exist, and he was the only I guess you can call him actually black or African character, right? Lucio is we'll talk about Lucio later, but Lucio is the most bullshit, and he seems Brazilian.
He's
I don't
got
know.
some super hate against Lucio. Like I'm talking
Uh,
about the hate of hate. I mean, actually, he is supposed to be Brazilian. He is supposed to speak Portuguese, but clearly he speaks some weird stereotype of I don't know what, but some cornball. Yeah, come on.
all right,
Like, yeah,
so
he's really
effectively, when the
strange,
game
bro.
released, they didn't even have a black person on the game. So they finally
I thought
decided to
Lucio.
go
Well,
full.
I guess Lucio. You can be
Maybe,
Brazilian and black. I mean, there
yeah,
are black
but
Brazilians are black. A
it
lot of them.
didn't. All
You
right,
know.
so yeah, okay, so
So I
we'll
wouldn't
give
say
them that
he's not
they gave him
black
South
per se.
American representation,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
when they decided to release Doomfist, they go for like some tribal African thing, which there's no problem with it,
Hmm.
but like I don't understand why they didn't go all the way. Like when Zarya says her ultimate, it's a whatever her language word is.
Russian.
When Doomfist says his ultimate, it's Power Blast. Like I feel like it just doesn't seem
Is it Power Blast? No, it's Meteor Strike. But good.
Meteor Strike, whatever the fuck that
Yeah.
he says. Like
But
he speaks
yeah,
English,
he
like,
doesn't say it in well,
and
he
then
doesn't say it in
Lucio seems
African.
like the token.
He is very
Like
token.
he
Token
seems so token to
stereotype
me.
shit.
Like
He's a
stereotype
living stereotype. Like
the way he says,
music,
"Oh yeah, like
dancing,
some
like
yeah, like
yeah,
hey,
he's
let's add a black guy. Let's give him dreads. Let's give him skates.
yeah,
Oh
they
yeah, let's
yeah.
give him some music. Like
Said,
I
"Oh
don't
yeah."
know,
They
just
they did do him wrong, and then but then they were like, "Oh, he's Brazilian," but then he doesn't speak Portuguese at all or any
yeah, he doesn't
Portuguese
speak any Portuguese.
lines.
So it's like you understand why they're doing him. They needed a black guy, but when they decided to make
Yeah,
black guy, they didn't make him Portuguese. They didn't
actually
make him
authentic either at all in any
authentic,
way.
and
Yeah, there's
then
no
they
authenticity
didn't make
there.
him authentic, and it seemed like they were just picking things that they thought a black guy should have,
Or
like give him
say,
some skates, give him some music,
"Oh
put his head,
yeah,"
bang his, oh yeah, and
I know
he
they
doesn't
do,
even
they
sound.
do.
He
Yeah,
sounds
it's
like
pretty bad.
he sounds like a dude. I don't know. It's just he seemed token to me. So
I can agree
like
there. I can agree there.
he like, and you don't have to sound black, right? It's not the question of is not sounding black. It's just
It's like
are you a
it's technically stereotypes that they kind of threw in there to
yeah,
play it up in a weird way.
and
But to
it's
follow up
just
your other point, Doomfist, he has no African voice lines at all. Every character of other ethnicities does have at least a voice line in their language. For instance, May, um, I think Diva even has something in Korean. Um, almost everyone doesn't
yeah,
Symmetra
it's just
have
and
one in
then
even
so
Indian?
anyway, the point is that I
Sweet.
don't feel like Blizzard is very genuine, and like because then if you're genuine, you purposely try and figure certain things out, and you don't make things
Yeah, you
seem a
make it
certain way.
right at
But
least.
at the same time, I think about where dudes these developers are. They're probably some geeks in a place that they probably don't even have a lot of black friends. Period. You
Or
know what I
maybe
mean?
even
So
yeah,
they don't
I
have
don't.
the
Who
knowledge.
knows how diverse that staff is over there, making any
Yeah, I
choices.
don't, and then
True.
so it's not a question of exclusion, but maybe they just you know what I mean.
Just
You don't
don't
know what
know.
you don't know.
Yeah, you just
So
don't
can you
know.
blame someone for not being you know what I mean? Because I don't know if it was purposeful specifically, but or it's just ignorant, or you know what I mean. I don't know
It,
because you just gotta kind of put yourself in their shoes. That's giving them the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Because
I
you
am.
don't think that people are intentionally being malicious, but at the same
Yep.
time, there's still a
I
you know what
mean,
I mean.
it's
It's all
2019,
about
man.
intent. You know what I
There's
mean?
sometimes ignorance in this day and age, especially the information age, bruh. It's a little like you can play the ignorance game, but ignorance is almost a choice nowadays in my eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
it is to a certain extent, but
and that
we also
plays
know,
into you know what?
like
There's a
people,
huge
and then
there's
not to go into the politics, but that plays into the fact that certain people are in a completely different bubble than we are. You
oh
know what I mean?
of course, but that
Yeah.
goes into the
So
point. There was a huge backlash towards Blizzard also for not having an African American female in the game after whatever 30 some odd characters, and it was to the point there was a
that's
huge deal with that, and it got to the point where Kaplan even responded, and this was recently, like 2 years later, he responds and tries to spin it and say that Symmetra is the black character, black female character, and it's
She's
like,
Indian.
whoa, bro, you really tried that? You tried that reach? So let me interject real quick, just to add to that last point. I'm Gamer Elite here. He even mentioned Genji, Hanzo, Diva, Zarya, Brigitte, and Reinhardt all have their own language tags that he knows of in the game. So that's just even adding to our point. While, Doomfist has none. Freaking
It's just
Lucio has
weird,
none. He doesn't
and
even
then
have
the
any
Lucio
Portuguese. Yeah, it's
Lucio
just like
doesn't have
none.
either, and then Lucio sounds
And it
so
looks
like
bad. It looks
generic to
bad.
me. Like I could put Lucio on a fucking cereal box. Like it's
He
just
is on a cereal box in real
eh,
life. He literally is on a
that
cereal
I
box.
bet
And
he
it's
is,
like,
yo. He just seems so
it's very pimpable.
like
Yeah.
Zarya to me seems real, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, even Tracer seems real. Like
Like
so it
actually a
feels like they're
person could
able,
be, yeah, you could
yeah,
be a real person out
a
there in
real
a way.
superhero type of
Yeah,
character,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Soldier 76 seems real. Lucio doesn't seem real. Doomfist doesn't.
Doomfist could seem like but he's even
he
this
could.
evil
Give
villain
him
guy,
the suit.
the suit
Then
version. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Give me the
I
boss
can see the
version.
suit. He could be a superhero.
But I do need
So
some voice
it's just
lines. I need some voice lines, bro.
yeah. I need some realness.
I am
And then
cursing you out
I'm
in
trying to even
African, bro.
think. I don't even remember. I remember. You remember the clip that they didn't even give him an actual clip. They gave him a cartoon. They didn't give him like a CG clip. Do you remember
No,
that?
he hasn't had a CG clip yet. Yeah, I remember the
It's just
cartoon.
all these little things to me are
Yeah,
just I don't
yeah,
know,
that's
man. It's
true.
just suspect.
I
It's
mean,
suspect. Lucio
we
doesn't
can
have
try.
one.
We can
Lucio
try
doesn't
to
have
give
one.
them a benefit
Lucio
of doubt,
doesn't
but
have a.
until they get their stuff right, you gotta
Lucio
kind
doesn't
of.
have one either.
You got no
Lucio doesn't
shit.
have one.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. You got to go with the track record of, and Lucio's their one of their biggest
It's just
characters.
suspect. It's suspect to
Yeah,
me. Like
yeah. You
it's
gotta
just and then
gotta
I
keep
don't
a
know if
side
it's
eye on you,
I
Blizzard.
doubt it was
Side eye.
intentional, but it's more along the lines of they just go with what they feel and what they know.
Yeah, and they don't know too
It's
much,
kind of weak. Yeah, that's
or just
seems like
really, honestly, at the
but
end of the day,
and
it
then
probably comes down
it's
to the
like
diversity in the cast
and I always
or
think
lack
about it
of
the
it.
way I think about the show Friends, right?
Oh
I
man,
don't need a black guy to be in Friends. I honestly don't, and I
no,
still enjoy the show. I don't think that you intentionally should put like one black guy in
no,
something
that's
to make
almost
it
more of a slap
inclusive.
in the face to me. That's the deal. Yeah, it's more of a slap in the
Four or
face.
five black guys in I mean, white guys in a art apartment happens everywhere. That's real. That's real life, and
Yeah,
it's funny and
versus
it's genuine
force a
and all
guy
that.
in there or something. Force a black
But
dude in
when
there
you
just to.
intentionally make a game that has every single country in there, this and that, and then you kind of botch one specific part. You know what I mean?
That's
That is
true.
and then I'm
It
saying
does
all this
kind
to
of
say
make it an
Overwatch
issue.
is like my favorite game right now.
I know
But I
this
feel
guy's an
like
Overwatch
the
groupie.
developers are kind of
Groupie.
culturally clueless. Like I don't know. It's just
Get your shit together, Overwatch.
yeah.
You might lose
It's
one of your biggest fans.
yeah. It's a shame.
It
I
is.
don't know. I see it as just some nerds in a corner making a game and not really
I
knowing
just need
shit.
them to address that female African American thing a little better than trying to spin it off like, oh, that's Symmetra. Like, bruh, stop trying to play people's intelligence. Just say, hey, we didn't get to that. We screwed up and maybe we didn't add one. All right, we'll add one soon. Something. We have some on deck. Anything. Don't try to. That's almost even worse. Like, really, bruh? You just try to say Symmetra was one? Bruh, y'all had added a hamster. You added a hamster
I
first.
know the hamster has its own
Like the hamsters even got its own voice lines. Damn, bro. Damn, Kaplan. You got some splaining to do. Yo, that's bad. That's real. That is super real. Jeez. All right. Next topic. Bungie and Activision split. I'm gonna love it because god damn it, if they stay together, we get another horrible Destiny game. I mean, let's split that shit up. We might maybe, just maybe, we can get a
so the
decent
question
Destiny.
So I don't know what side if I can even pick another side to this, but question the issue the thing
It's
is
very if.
I don't think Destiny 2 exists the way it does if Bungie was by themselves. You know what I mean? If
Okay,
Bungie was
is that
just
a good
Bungie
or
without
bad thing
Activision,
though? Is the
no,
real
I mean
question.
Destiny 2.
No,
So I'm saying I
exactly.
don't
In
think
the way
Destiny
it
2
exists right now, is that a good or
I don't even
bad?
think it's released. I don't even think it's
Oh,
released
you don't think it's
anywhere.
released? Okay, that's
Not
different.
even anytime. I don't think it gets released at the same time. I don't think it released anytime. I think that Bungie themselves as gamers would understand that this is not enough of a game to give a 2 to. That's an expansion to me.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes, I agree. Gamer
Yeah,
Elite with the host. Thank you very much for that host elite.
like Destiny 2 to me is it's it's and then I'm all right. So let all right. So what can I? So you love the fact that Bungie and Activision split, right?
Yeah, I have a feeling that they'll get their creative juices back and actually make a game that we want versus what they've been giving us, which no one seems to want or care for any. I mean, let's be real.
So my take on this split, I don't. I think they should just dead Destiny, yo. Dead it.
I'm fine with
Give
that
us a
too.
new game. Give
I'm
me a new game.
literally fine with that because
And
they,
I'm cool if it's an MMO. Just give me a different game. Like I'm
yeah,
cool, yo.
yeah,
I even feel
I'm
like
in agreement with that.
I feel like even Destiny itself, it's too safe. So the whole thing with
Yeah, they didn't
Bungie,
push it at
the
all.
reason, well, okay, well let's just think about Bungie in general, right? Their claim to fame is Halo, right? And then the next game they make is very similar to Halo, but an MMO. That's make a different game. Like
That's
get
true.
out of your comfort zone.
That's
I
true.
feel like they're so
And it's
systematic.
not even
They're
a
so
good
used to it that
follow up
they
to
can't.
Halo though. That's
There's
the
no
problem.
creative juices are flowing. Like I don't feel creativity in Destiny 2. I feel the same shit. You know what I mean? And then people like I feel like gamers can tell when a game was made out of, I
Yeah, out of
love
love
this.
or out of we got a budget and
Like
yeah.
PUBG was made out of love.
Yeah,
You know
of
what I mean?
course. Yeah.
That
They
was
they
made out
didn't
of
know that
love.
was going to do what it did. They had no clue that was going to do what it did.
And then even Fortnite, and what's funny because Fortnite just ended up being it's just a miracle. So I'm
that's
not gonna
that's
use
that's that's yeah, lightning
League of
striking.
Legends to me was made out of love. Like it's
Okay.
intentional. Like there's certain games that are,
Intentionally, yeah,
have a
they
soul.
put their heart into, and then there's the budget games like Call of Duties and
Yeah, the Call of Duties,
yeah.
and then now the Battlefield Fives.
Yes,
Like
now
they're
Battlefields. Oof,
it doesn't feel like some people that just
man,
love games made
art.
that too.
I wanna.
That's not what it feels like to me. So, and
I
then
can
that's
agree.
how it comes off. You know what I mean? Even hell, even World of Warcraft. Yeah, World of Warcraft is a game that had a soul. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
of
I don't
course,
know.
that had a
Destiny
soul. That
too.
that was super love. That was a soul
Yeah,
loving. I mean, years and years went into that, honestly. But yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Even Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves. These games have souls. Like
that's
I
true.
don't know.
That's true. They're the developer loved them enough to go different enough and think outside
Passionate
the
about it.
box. And
Passionate about it.
yeah,
I don't feel any passion in
yeah. I mean,
Destiny at all.
I'm okay with Destiny. Putting the nail in the coffin,
Hell,
keeping it
do you know?
moving.
I was just reading an article of Destiny 2 where they made a puzzle so hard and people just complained and then they just fucking nerfed that shit. Like when
Wow.
did they even try? Let the fucking people figure it out. Like don't complain that the puzzle's too hard. Just figure it out. Like I don't know. I feel like sometimes they try and then
They're
they
buckling the public pressure. That
yeah
budget,
buckle.
man. Once them budgets are attached, things start getting crazy
Some that sounds
because
like some Activision
again,
shit. Like, I don't know.
execs hands are all in the pot, and they're like, money is afoot. You're going to change it, or they start making these silly decisions that gamers hate, and then
Yeah.
we'll see
So I
where it
mean,
gets us. You know,
yeah.
gets us
So I
where we're
mean,
at.
so we're talking about why we love this split. The things that I can think of that I would hate about this is I don't know. So the things I could hate, I don't really have anything to
There's
hate.
nothing to
I guess
hate over this, man.
It kind of sucks that it's not going to be a battle.net anymore. So that's something I did like.
I mean,
So it won't
but
be.
yeah,
It'll
from what
have
I
its
was
own.
seeing I mean, they're obviously thinking of Steam. Um,
Yeah,
I mean,
Steam or the Epic Store or
yeah, I mean,
whatever.
they can go anywhere, which we actually have as our next topic. If you want to go into that right now, we can Steam
Yeah, let's talk
versus
about
Epic Store. I'm going. This is this section here. We're doing a defense to the death. I mean, I'm defending the Steam store, not with this new age Epic Store. We're not with that.
So,
Chill.
yeah, all right.
Steam all day. Steam.
So Epic is the company that developed Fortnite, and they just started their own store. And they announced that Division 2 is going to be on the Steam store. So the reason why Division 2 actually well, the reason why the Ubisoft decided to release their game on PC in the Epic Store is because Valve, the company that owns the Steam store, takes 30% per game.
Ooh,
So they take a whopping
ooh,
30% of your sales
ooh,
every single time. So they do nothing.
ooh.
Listen, they do nothing. All they do is they have a server, they allow people to download updates. They do nothing. They don't advertise, they're not throwing
Hey
ads
man, do
on
you
websites.
do, do you have stock in any of these game companies?
I don't care. But I'm just
I'm
saying.
just curious because you sound like you care. Because I don't give a
No,
damn,
but
bruh. Who cares
that's like
what you pay
that's
or
like
make?
that's a
Give
racket,
me my
yo.
game,
That's
bruh.
like
That ain't got
that's a
nothing. That's
racket.
between you and the game developer. I don't got nothing to do with that. All I know
Anyway,
is when I go to
so
buy
the
my game and you got that Steam summer sale, that Steam winter sale, autumn sales, I'm all for it. You can get
so
everything on Steam, bruh. I ain't worrying
so
about what you gotta
so
pay.
anyway,
That's the cost to
the
be the
difference
boss,
is
bruh. It's
the
the
difference
cost to be
now
the
is
boss.
the Epic Store is gonna be only charging I think like 12% versus the 30 that that Valve is
That's for
taking.
now.
So
They just trying to
so
get their foot in the game. That's all. They trying to undercut them. And then what do they offer? Probably not even the same service, bro. I doubt it's even gonna be the same. I go to the
nothing's
Epic
gonna be
store.
the same.
That joint
So the
looks
difference
like
is
a cheap website from the '90s, yo.
all right, listen.
I've seen
Epic
it.
Store
It looks bad,
shit, you haven't seen shit. It looks fun.
bruh. It
Thing
looks
is the
bad.
main thing about the Epic Store
Don't
that
make me
you
do
should
it.
never complain about the Epic Store. You want Steam to have competition. That's only going to
Listen, we're
benefit
not going to ride this
consumers.
competition train till the wheels fall off, bruh. This John is a defend to the death. Guess what? They just took a bunch of little kids' lunch money. Little kids stole their mom's credit cards, and they took and laughed that shit to the bank. And now all of a sudden they want
The
to
hell are
have
you
an
talking
Epic store.
about?
You know what I'm talking about? They took everybody's money off Fortnite. They said, "Come here, kid, give me your lunch money." Took that
What
shit,
does that have to do
ran
with
with it,
anything?
and opened up a store. That's
That
some
doesn't make any
guerrilla
sense. I'm
gangster
pretty sure
stuff.
they
What you mean it
that,
doesn't
that,
make any
that
sense?
yo, I'm pretty sure they have enough money. I
It's
don't think
horrible,
Fortnite.
bro. They didn't have a
Listen,
store until after Fortnite, did they?
it don't. They're the people that made the
Uh,
Unreal Engine. Every game coming out is on
uh,
Unreal. Pretty sure they're not lacking in money.
did they have a
That's not the
store
point.
before
It doesn't.
Fortnite?
Okay, so maybe
I
Fortnite
don't
is
think
part of the reason,
so.
but it
Yeah,
has nothing to
that
do with
Billy,
the fucking
that Billy helped them out,
wallet.
bruh, quite a bit.
No.
That Billy gave them some motivation. They was like, "Yo, bro,
So, so
uh,
okay, so you're probably right. So the fact that everybody has Fortnite is the reason
everybody
why
lunch money."
everybody has the Epic app now. So it's easy to make a store when everybody has your game. So I get that, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Like I think that the fact that it's going to attract a lot of big developers that want to save money. You know what I mean? Number one, that's what the division is doing, and number two, it's only better. It can only make
Didn't you
Steam
hate
a
the
better
division
place.
earlier? Don't try to ride the
Sales.
division's sales of victory after you
I
hated
mean,
them
that's
earlier. Ah, it's
it
gotta
can only
be
make better.
both
Maybe
sides of the
maybe that
fence,
makes Division a
bruh.
better game right there. The fact it's on the Epic Store. Who knows?
Oh God, he just tried to play both sides of that fence, bruh. He really tried to play both sides of that fence and did so semi-successfully. I respect it. Respect it. All right,
Anyway,
man. We're
yeah.
gonna move on. Let's talk about Battle Right. I like it. I love it. Whatever. It's a dope game. It's different. It's there. They got the freaking arena. They've got the battle royale. They even put their foot in the battle royale pool. They're doing it all, and it's so different. It's above angle view. It's like it's fitting into that kind of that middle category between people that like League and people that like other. It's a great game, man. I don't know what there is to hate about it. I mean, you can try it if you hate it, but you should love it too.
All right. So
Dope
Battle
game.
Royale is a top-down arena based game. So it's like 3v3 for the regular game, and then I think it's like
40
40 for the
people or
Battle
so?
Royale.
Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark.
So Battle Royale, there's a Battle Royale at its core is a very hardcore game. And I think that's really what they hate about it. It's not for casuals. Like if you're a casual, right, you're gonna get destroyed constantly on battle rate. And I think that's the reason why the game never took off. And then secondly, the core game, so the besides the battle royale, doesn't feel like it has enough variety. You get like you're feeling you're playing the same thing, you're losing the same way, and then I think that that's the main reason why. And then as you switch to the battle royale, right? And then the
Mm-hmm.
battle royale is better. So what they did is they added certain items to make the game not as monotonous as the old game was. And
Mm-hmm.
then it's the fact that you can get eliminated in random different ways makes games not as similar, right? But I think they really should have taken a so they came out way after the whole battle royale craze was, right? And they really should have took a page out of Fortnite's book,
Okay.
made it even more over. You know what I mean? So
How so?
Fortnite
Do
is
you think?
really, I mean, just the items. I need better items. I needed a little bit more. I needed a
More
little
like
bit.
MMO items, like
Just
gear,
random
or
items. Like
just?
Fortnite has all sorts of weird shit, like all the time,
I mean,
like
that's a little
all the.
different because they got, I mean, arsenal of weapons. So it's like the people in battle, right? You've got whatever weapons your character pretty much starts with. So unless you were to
And then
do it MMO like, it's not so
and
much
then
variety they could add
I'm
in that
even debating. And so
sense.
here's
You
the
know?
deal. So with the battle royale, you start out with no powers, and then you pick up your power
Yeah.
as you move around. And then I'm debating whether that's even the right idea. So what I think they should have done was, instead of just you picking up your abilities, you start out with all your abilities, right? What you
Okay.
pick up are like modifiers, right? That change your ability completely in different ways. You know what I mean?
I
So
like that. I like that. That
you
would
know
be
what I mean?
dope.
So
Yeah, yeah.
so all of a sudden, oh, now I have a knockback, or now I do fire or AoE damage. You know what I mean? So that really completely changes the way you play the game each time.
So it
And you
strengthens
may
you up.
want strengthens you up, or it gives you this or gives you that. You may not want this mod, or maybe somebody. Oh, so it's just like you never even you see a character, you have no idea what he's going to be able to do to you. You know what I mean? And your every game is going to be completely different depending on even if you like the same character.
That's
I just
true.
feel like
I
that.
could see that.
I
I
don't
could.
know. I don't know if the way they went about it was the right way. You know what I mean? So
I
I don't
still
know.
think, for what it's worth and what they even attempted to do, it had its little flash in the pan run of success in the battle royale
Yeah,
sense. The
yeah.
arena, I think, is more of its bread and butter. I personally like it better. Like you said, it is a little bit hardcore. You need to know how to, like, you need to know
You need
your
to be
moves.
really be
You
into it.
need to know, yeah, because of the MMO ish part of it where you kind of customize your guy. So yeah, you do need to be into it. But overall, it's a great game. It's a great concept. It's done really well. I just, I still love it. It could have definitely been done better in certain areas, and you know, hopefully it still
Yeah.
survives. Hopefully they keep updating it. Maybe get a little bit better in the future. So, our last actual game topic of the evening, and then we'll go into our defense of the death a little more. But our last game topic is Diablo 3 and just Diablo in general, Diablo's future. I mean, I'm probably more on the hate side with this. I mean, I really was not impressed with the latest Diablo entry, and I don't even
Yeah.
know what they can do for the future to pull them out of this rut that it seems like they're in. Because I mean, honestly, Path of Exile came in and did their game. Uh, I would say, and it's arguable that did it better. Their own freaking game came through as a copy and kind of outdid them. So I don't know what they do for the next game. I don't know what they do to move forward, but need to do something because their future is looking grim in my eyesight. My view.
So okay, so that game to me, um, it's gonna be good. All right. So first of all, Destiny
You
3. I
hope it'll
mean,
be good.
Diablo 3 wasn't a bad game. It was a really good
I
game,
didn't
but
say
you
it was
just
a
have
bad
to.
game. I
It was
wasn't
a really good
impressed.
game.
It was
I was
not really
impressed.
good.
I had a lot of fun. I played it for a long amount of time. So the issue with Diablo now is there's no way they can release another Diablo the same way they released Diablo 3. It can't be the same game. So there's a game out called Lost Ark. It's a Korean game. It's only out in Korea right now. It may
It's a
come to
great
US
game.
eventually.
Game.
Beautiful,
Great looking
beautiful,
game.
beautiful, beautiful game. But what they did was they took the Diablo formula and made it an MMO. So it's you kill bosses, they drop loot, and you progress your character that way. And there's a ton of different characters, but it's an actual MMO. So and there's even PvP, like really good PvP.
Yeah, the game
Um,
looks great. And
it looks amazing, but it's only out in Korea and it's free to play the way they're doing it.
if
But
Diablo came with something
so
similar to that, they'd win. But if they come back with anything that resembles Diablo 2 and 3, well,
yeah,
1,
they
2, and
can't.
3, technically,
There's no way they can, and I'm really
then.
worried that they try and release another Diablo 4
And the
to look
problem is,
like
you
Diablo
you
3.
you know, and I know, and sadly, I think the world knows they're going to do that. They're going to come back with like
I really
literally
hope they
Diablo
don't.
3, a little more polished, maybe a new class or two,
If they do
something
that,
kind
that's
of
gonna
like
be
that.
such.
May
And
it's
then I don't have as much in Blizzard as I used to because I don't feel
love is
like
gone again, people.
I honestly even Heroes of the Storm. They canceled that, right? So they're not supporting that anymore.
Really?
Yeah, they're not supporting it. So they
Wow,
cut
that
like most of
was
their developers. They didn't cancel the game. They
wow.
moved
That's
most of the
pretty
developers off of
crazy.
there.
I know a lot of people like that game.
There's no esports for it anymore.
Wow, that's
But
insane.
yeah, so
I didn't know that.
it's still being supported a little bit, but they moved most of the people
But
off of
yeah,
that
they
game.
cut a lot of resources. Jeez.
Yeah, and then thing about Heroes of the Storm to me is even the game when it came out seemed lackluster. Now, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of people like the game, but
Yeah,
it seemed like they were just trying to get into that space
they
because League of
probably
Legends
were.
was so huge,
Honestly, it's that
you know.
whole executive "let's get some money where we
So
can"
Blizzard
thing.
to
It
me, the fact that
seems
they even came out with that game is just and then I don't know, I just don't have faith in and then you see like World of Warcraft being World of Warcraft that's been out for so long, they haven't been able to just make a new MMO and put that to rest. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I trust.
it doesn't feel
I
good.
don't.
I'm just saying
I
it
don't for
doesn't feel
Diablo
like
4.
it's
It's hard for me to get hyped for that. Like, if they make it an MMO, they win. You know what I mean? Then I'm playing Diablo 4
a good
forever.
MMO though. It
A
has to.
good
It
a
still has to be
good
good,
good
obviously.
MMO. They make it an MMO, they win. But
I don't have faith that they'll do that, and I don't have faith they even have that foresight. Which is sad.
yeah,
Which is really a sad thing because they had the whole debacle and botched up everything where they came and announced a bunch of mobile games that no one wanted and people were waiting for a new announcement. They're just missing a lot. They're not getting a lot of hits. They're missing. It seems like with a lot of their moves lately.
I don't know. I think that they know how to do certain things, but they they understand certain things like gameplay. They understand gameplay specifically really well, right?
Mhm.
So almost all Blizzard games play really well,
Yep.
but I feel like they I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see about Diablo. I hope that so. Anyway, check out Lost Ark on Twitch or any
Yes,
type of videos for that game.
definitely
That
check that
game,
out.
when that game comes to the US, it's going to be hopefully a really really good game.
He's
That's a game that I'll definitely be playing.
He's calling it right now, and I'm with him on this one. Lost Ark is
But it's
going
probably
to be freaking great when it
I'm gonna
hits the
come out for
US.
another. Yeah,
Insane.
I'm gonna come out to like
So
next year.
keep an eye out on that game. Check it out. Go look up some videos if you get a chance. It's great. It's a great game. There's actually people that stream it on Twitch sometimes too, so you could check it
Yeah,
out there too. So, all right, let's go into our last little segment of the night. Wrap this thing up. We are doing what I like to call defend to the death. And basically, the way this thing goes is there are two opposing topics, and one of us picks a topic, and we tell you why it is the best thing ever and why the other person's topic is the worst thing ever. So that's how we do it. And first topic in this little segment here is the keyboard versus controller. I mean, I'm already diving all over the keyboard and mouse. I'm loving it. It is my love, and I'm going to go ahead and hate on controller gameplay. I mean, it's basic. It's like a basic bro. Shit is basic, bro. I don't know what to say, man. Nobody wants to do that. I mean, my freaking 3-year-old could play with a freaking with a controller, you know, and he does. You know, just give him a controller. Go sit down, kid. Play with this. Let the real men and real women and real adults, the real gamers, the hardcore
Oh,
gamers,
just shut up.
play
Oh
with the
God.
keyboard and mouse.
Shut up.
There's
Shut
various reasons for that, but I'll just leave it at that. I mean, let this man try to defend this measly
all right.
keyboard
So
shit, this layman shit. You
so
know?
so I'm a part of the tribe that tried to switch from Xbox to PC. And there's definitely benefits, but I don't think people understand. Like when you switch to PC, you have some stupid elitist mindset where you feel like, oh, because a
Oh
mouse is
boy.
easier to use, it's better. And just because it's easier doesn't necessarily mean it's better. You know what I
Oh
mean?
boy.
So, oh, I have slightly more, I have a little bit more flexibility. This is
Slightly.
significantly okay. It's definitely,
We
definitely
will
easier.
never, ever, ever minimize the sheer level of control, accuracy that you get with a mouse and keyboard. I mean, you want to look up 35 degrees
Yeah.
to the
All right. So
left,
a mouse
go
is easier to
ahead.
So,
2.5
but
degrees
the
to the
thing
south,
is that I'm
go ahead.
noticing as a person who plays more PC now, and it's not necessarily that I like the PC more after really analyzing it. It's just where I happen to be.
PC is amazing.
But
PC is
but the issue with um the PC is when I get home from work, yo, I want to sit on the couch and just relax. You know what I
um
mean?
oh man.
And
It's a weak
that's
argument.
what and then that's what console gaming gives you. It's more you're in a way more relaxed setting when you're sitting in your big
Bruh.
TV,
Who's
comfortable chair. You have you're not you're
bruh.
not in some
If you
office
trying
and
to
you're not.
relax, go watch
I
Netflix, bruh.
sit at my desk all day, yo. I don't want to sit at my desk again and play video games, and I don't
You
think
should get
most people
another
do.
job. You should get another job that's a
Honestly,
little more
the only reason why PC gaming is
outdoorsy.
good now the only reason why PC gaming is so good right now is because of the architecture of PS4 and
Bro,
Xbox. And I was thinking
PC
about it.
gaming is far
So
superior. You can
no.
upgrade the video quality.
Here's what happened, right? And the reason why PC gaming is any good right now. Back in the day, let's Xbox 360 had some um weird processing, weird graphics cards that wasn't similar to PC graphics cards at all. PS3 had the Cell processor,
Are we going
just
through
some
history of gaming right now?
super hard to develop architecture, right? Both of these things when game developers made games, you
Are
could
we doing
not
a
port
this
them to
day in history
PC.
right now?
You could not port them to PC at all. So PC games, when you made a game on Xbox, it wouldn't come out for PC for like the next 6 or 8 months, right? And most of them wouldn't even come out.
We're talking
Now
about
that they
current day
Yeah, so what I'm
gaming,
saying
right?
is now what ended up happening was they ended up using more PC like parts. So now you have more PC games coming out that have come out on console. But the main so okay, so now PC is a little bit better. But the main thing is the comfort factor that controllers give you is just more like I don't know that most people even want to really be sitting on a
Bro,
PC all hardcore like
bro,
that. Like
bro,
I want to
bro.
relax. Like
Bro, we're real gamers over here, bro. We're real gamers over here. I don't know what you're talking about, this comfort stuff. If I wanted the comfort, I would kick my feet up and watch Netflix. That's what I get when I'm on the couch and I
and
want
then
to be
to a
comfy.
lot of
Like,
people,
and then if it's
they don't
really,
watch Netflix, they play video.
really that much of an issue, then you get a wireless keyboard and mouse, bro. Get a wireless keyboard and mouse.
You
You
can't
get a
really
little
rock
table
a
and
wireless
sit on
keyboard.
a table. You can sit on
Nah,
the couch
then you're sitting up,
with a little tray.
then
Yeah,
you're
I
sitting
mean,
up,
come
you're
on,
not
bro.
sitting back, yo.
Come
It's
on,
not the
bro.
same,
Yo,
son.
that's why I mean nobody's getting good by sitting back, bruh.
I don't know.
Nobody's gonna get good by sitting
I
back,
can get
bruh.
good on the controller and get good. Like
Bruh,
I don't know.
you
I
are
don't know.
not Nick Merckx. You are not
And
Nick
then
Merckx. And then
oh,
even that man sits
oh,
forward. Even that
you
man,
didn't have
bro.
to bring up Nick
Even
Merckx.
that man,
I even
even
forgot
bro.
about this
Even
guy.
that
This
man,
guy
bro.
is a professional.
Bro, that
He's
don't
a
mean. What does that
professional
mean?
Fortnite player.
What's that
He's
mean?
making
And
thousands
you
of
know what he
dollars.
does? He doesn't sit on the couch. That's for damn sure. That argument tosses your shit out the window. He don't
Nah,
sit
but
at
the
the
point
couch.
is
That boy is
no,
like,
he uses the controller
he's
though. He
bro.
uses the
He is so
controller,
close to the screen. He's
destroying,
sitting. He is sitting. You know what he
destroying.
uses to?
He
A
is
PC
using the
monitor.
controller,
A
destroying
PC
people on
monitor.
PC.
PC
So that's
monitor.
all because of
You know why?
refresh rates and shit
That's
like
even a
that.
PC. That's
That has
because
nothing to
you
do
know
with
why?
that has nothing to do with keyboard or
PC master
mouse.
race, bro.
That
It
has
has to do
nothing
with
to do
PC
with
versus
keyboard or
console.
mouse.
It
It
does
has
have
to
to
do
do
with
with
the
PC
fact
versus
that
console. Why would a console player have to use PC parts to be equal to?
what
Because
does a
PC
monitor have to
superior,
do with
bro. It's a PC.
a
It's a
computer,
PC
yo?
component.
I
What do
tell you
you
what, I use
mean?
my Xbox, my PC monitor all the time. Just so
So how can you say that
that's
PC is
still
not
the we're
superior,
talking.
bro? You're
A
literally
PC is
using.
not a
That's
monitor.
like me
A
saying I'm,
PC is not a
bro.
monitor. A
Bro,
PC is this thing right
that's like
here.
me
It's
hopping
this
on
piece of hardware.
that's like me hopping on a freaking PC and being like I'm using a controller and being like, oh,
So let me
PC
ask you a
Master
question.
Race while I'm
When I used to
while
play
I'm
WoW on
using
my
a
TV,
component
was
of
I
the
playing on
other John.
console? When I
What?
used to play WoW on my TV, was I
No, of
using it
course not. Why
on a
is
console?
does
I was
console does
PC.
a console come with a TV? No, that's not a component
That's
of a
my
console.
point.
But a monitor is a component of a PC. You
It
can't
can be
argue that,
used
bro.
on but it can be used on a console.
I'm just
So
saying.
you
That's my point. I'm
you
just
can
saying.
use it on a console. It doesn't make sense.
What you
Anyway,
mean you
my
can use
point
it on a console?
is
I'm just saying you can't take that away from that, man. It's a part of a PC.
you can use it on either.
Do you go to the
So
PC
monitors
section?
don't make sense.
Do you go to the PC section or the
The
gaming?
point is Nick Merckx plays controller. He's one of the best
One
Fortnite.
of how many?
There's another guy called Aiden, something like that. He plays on
Two of
controller
how
too.
many?
He's a beast. He's like number
All
one.
right,
He
what's
was like
that
number one on
percentage? Do
some
you
of
want to
these.
give that a percentage? Is that like
All
a
I know
point?
is he's
Is that like a
topping. All I know is he's making.
0.0001% of
All I know is he's
pro
making thousands
players
of
are on?
dollars.
Is that like 0.000 like something crazy?
He's making
Bro,
thousands
the
of
percentage.
dollars.
How
On
many PC players are making thousands of dollars?
what are you talking about? How
Ninja.
many people are on the
What?
top? You're like 000. Like how many people are in these
Bro, I'm
these
saying,
games?
if you saying like, oh,
Where do you get the
this guy's
000 from?
I'm
How
just
many people
throwing
are in
some
these games?
random ass shit. I'm just throwing a
There's
random
100
ass
people
number there.
in the map. Where are you getting 000 from, son?
Bro, I'm talking about you talking about the top. He's a pro. He's a top Fortnite streamer.
I'm
How
not talking
many?
about streamers. I'm talking about in the actual tournaments. These people are making money in
Bro, I'm
tournaments.
talking about the top Fortnite streamers. That's what you were saying, right? You were like,
No,
yo,
I'm
he's one of the
talking
top
about
Fortnite streamers.
no, not streamers. He actually Nick Merckx and that dude Aiden. They actually make money in these tournaments
Okay, all right,
and their console
all right.
and
And the
their
rest of the
controller.
people are PC. Your point is not very valid when there's
No,
so many
they're just
more
pointing.
PC people doing the same exact thing. That's my point.
The point is, the fact of the matter is,
They're not doing
these
they're
can be-
not they're not doing anything that a PC person is not doing. That's my point. You're saying it
So
like,
it's
oh,
so it's not like PC is better. That's my whole point. It's not.
it is better if
It's
there's hundreds of more people that are at that level. Yes, it is better then. What do you mean? There's not hundreds of consoles players and like 2 PC players on that joint.
I mean,
You know what I'm
it's not
saying?
like-
That's
it's
my
not like
art.
it's like
That's
a
my
1%.
point. That's my
Just
point.
because there's more
But
people doesn't make it better, yo.
oh, now it's not. Oh my
No.
god.
No.
And what's even worse is there's probably more players of that game on consoles. And the fact that over all those consoles you got 2 names to pick is
No,
my
and then
point.
I don't. So for the record, I don't.
Not
follow
even
that.
you. Not even
There
just
might
you.
be
I'm
more.
talking about shit. We can pull up.
I
a
don't
list
even
and
know
I
about.
bet you. I can. We could pull up a list and let's go top whatever 100 Fortnite streamers. I bet you them dudes are like the only 2 console dudes out of like 100. That's my point. So they're not doing anything above and beyond a PC person. They're the outliers. Them dudes are outliers of freaking controllers. Outliers. It's so bad that Xbox and PlayStation had to come out with elite controllers with fucking paddles on the bottom. That's how bad it is. They can't even keep up. They gotta add paddles. And it costs mad money. That thing is like $150 for a controller. That joint costs damn near the system. Damn near the console.
Let's not talk about the fact that I have
Sheesh.
$100 keyboard. I don't even want to hear it.
Bro, I got mine for $40. You should have
I'm
got.
looking on a
You should
keyboard,
have got
hundred
cheaper. You
dollar
should have
mouse.
waited for sales,
I
bro.
don't even want to hear it.
Sales,
I'm
yo.
looking on a
Amazon, yo.
keyboard. You want to? Oh
Amazon.com, bro.
God. Okay, you brought up a good point. I like how you keep on bringing up points for me. Let's talk about barrier to entry for console versus PC, yo.
Lead controller can be amazing. It still ain't a keyboard and mouse, Shy. Just saying. And barrier to entry.
Let's talk about barrier to entry. The amount of money you spend to have a legit PC rig versus console. Legit.
I can.
Legit.
So you're telling
so
me
here's the biggest difference between
$600
console.
PC can't compete with the Xbox? You're saying? Let me. So, for the base level Xbox, yes, of course, entry level, yeah. But when you get into the freaking $500 One X, bro, I could have spent $600 and got the same level of gaming at that point in time. Of course, now it's on sale after like
you think that you can
5
spend
years of it.
$600 and get a machine as comparable as a One X? You are delusional. Fucking delusional.
What games are running on a One X like that?
Don't even try it.
What games wouldn't run?
Yo,
on like a $600
Xbox
PC.
One X plays games in 4K. You are not playing
you're
any.
Right. You were 1,000% right.
Even.
All right. You're right there.
Anyway,
you're right.
So
all right, so you get the low level of entry. Okay.
So here's the deal.
Right?
So
how
long
does that last you though?
You have forever. How long was the 360 out?
What you mean forever?
That's the biggest difference.
Is anyone playing a 360?
No,
don't tell me because it's
talking about how long. You're talking about how long.
Because it's physically there.
No, I'm talking about how long.
Thank you, Shy. Console is garbage.
If you spend $500 on a console versus if you spend $500 on a PC,
of course,
keep that money longer. And then here's the biggest difference: the issue on another issue.
Okay, well, here's the thing. So that 500, right? All right, so you get your 500. That's going to last you about 4 years because they're going to.
No, not 4 years. Way longer. On PC, maybe 4 years. Maybe.
You're telling me there's not going to be another Xbox in like 4 years?
How long has the Xbox One been out?
I don't know. I'm just actually curious there. I don't know. I'm telling you,
them Jones 360 has been out forever.
5, and we're not talking about a 360.
I mean, it's a console.
You want to go back like mag? You want to go back to console?
We're going back to the last generation because this generation isn't over. I can't tell you how long it's going to be out. I can only go.
All right, so look at PS3 then. All right, what was that, like a 5-year span?
Like more than 5, like 6, 7 years.
Dude, I'm literally asking if it was a 5-year span. Okay. You over here getting all hyped about being 6 and 7. I don't know. I'm asking if it's a good span.
It was longer than 5.
All right, so if it's 6 or 7, all right. You think that joint lasts necessarily? And we're going to go back to 360. Don't dare go back to 360. You want a red ring of death that shit?
PS3.
You want a red ring of death that shit, bro?
It doesn't matter. It can
That's
be
hundreds of dollars.
We're talking about consoles.
Or if we talk about PlayStation, you wanna what was that joint called? The fucking yellow light or whatever that shit was? Yo, you know how many systems were
Are we gonna
talk
out? Are we gonna talk blue screen of death? What are you talking about here, yo? Are we gonna act like PCs
death? That's a fucking re-image your piece and call it a movement, yo. Get it together, yo.
Are we gonna act like PCs don't crash and don't have hardware issues?
I'm just saying we're not going 360 and then act like that shit was not the infamous red ring of death.
Holy shit! PS4 came out in 2013. Holy shit!
PS4 came out in 13, so that's 6 years. Woo, that's already 6 years, and they still not rocking. Okay, you're right. And I argue
so much more? Anyway, okay, so
if it lasts,
let's take it a step further. Let's take it a step further.
But what's your graphics quality about?
That's actually the point I want to make.
What's your game selection quality about?
Another big difference between console and PC is these games are hardcore optimized for console where they're not for PC. So you get way much more graphics on these console games, even though they're using older hardware. You have the same old hardware on PC. That shit is barely even running, yo. It's not optimized nearly as well.
How often do you have to upgrade a PC? Literally, if you spent $700,
I'm at 5 years and I feel like my PC's garbage. Seriously.
Man, and how much would it cost you to upgrade? What would you have to upgrade your video card?
Thousands of dollars.
No, that's because you're an elitist dude.
No.
That's because no. Let's rewind this. Let's rewind that shit. That's because you. want
let's just say I
a
wanted
monitor, fucking next
to
level shit.
to replace it, and I didn't want anything next level. I just wanted a regular computer. I'm still
See,
spending like $1,000, yo.
see, then you put the wrong parts in your PC. That's what Shai's even saying. That's what I'm saying. What do you mean?
Nah,
What do you
yo.
mean you have to
You
put
can
it,
replace
bro?
the graphics card, right?
You can
But it
replace
doesn't
parts
change the fact that
easy.
you can. Oh, and then here's another issue. All right, I
You
replaced the
telling me
graphics card.
if you went and bought a
I spent
freaking
like a couple hundred
1080
dollars.
or
I spent a
anything,
couple hundred
whatever.
dollars. I spent a couple $100 in my graphics card. I
Mm-hmm.
replace it. Fine.
Yep. Yep.
My processor's still the same. It still needs to be upgraded. I gotta replace that. And then the issue
Does it need to
becomes:
be
does
upgraded?
my does my motherboard
Does it
support the
need to
latest
be upgraded,
processor?
or do you want
Does
it
my
to be
motherboard
upgraded?
does my motherboard support the latest
Bro,
processors?
you're still on this
No. I have
processor.
to get a
You're
new type
still,
of
bro,
new,
you're still on this processor. You don't even have to upgrade a processor at this point. You're acting
yeah,
like,
you do. That's all a part of getting
bro,
the latest.
see,
That's
that's
the
your
whole
problem.
thing.
That is
PC
your
is
problem. Getting the
a money
latest.
drain.
You are literally on this getting the latest and greatest. That is not what we're
It's not
discussing.
greatest. I didn't even say the greatest, and that's another
Bro,
issue.
we're not
There's
even
levels to
discussing
it.
that.
There's latest and there's greatest, and that's
Oh
even
my
another issue.
God.
So you can
You're
have an
not even,
i5,
bro, we're
an i5
discussing
this,
getting
an i5
you,
this, an i5 this, i7 this, an
chat,
i7 this, an
stream,
i7 this,
peeps.
an i9 that.
This guy is super elitist where he wants to have the best and then is trying to
I didn't even
get
say that.
the,
That's my point. You're assuming latest means
assuming.
greatest.
Bro,
There's like 20
I'm
versions of
running like
latest.
2 years off of my PC right now. Like right now, and I don't even have
Yeah, but you
anything
just
that's,
got your computer, so you're not
I
even a
just
good
said I'm
example,
running like
yo.
2 years. I just
It's
literally
been 2
said,
years. I'm in
bro,
computers outdated, yo. You compare it to
yeah.
console, these PS4 dudes,
Oh
they're
my
rocking, yo.
God.
They're chilling. They
Oh
don't even
my
think about this dumb
God.
shit that I have to think about,
Oh
yo.
my God. And what kind of quality are they getting? Bro, if you even try to stream off a PC or I mean a PS, do you even know what kind of quality they're getting? You're comparing like
I
freaking
don't care about. We're talking about gamers.
ground beef versus filet ming. Like what the
You can
quality
jump to
is just
streaming. I'll give you the plus. Talking
even
about cost
I mean
versus cost, cost
the
versus
level of
performance ratio.
customization, the
PC is
level of
exuberant.
the level
Oh my
of
god! I was just
oh
looking at it.
man.
They got $10,000 PCs. They got this stuff. They
See,
got
I'm
all
telling
sorts
you,
of bullshit.
this guy's talking about the extreme. I'm trying to tell you. Trying to tell you. All right, man. So we're gonna wrap it up with that and let you go ahead and ride your hate for PC off into the
Bullshit.
sunset.
Console, yo, is
I
the way to go,
continue to
yo.
love it. This
Jesus.
guy don't even play
You
console.
a $600
We just want to sit on the
4K
couch.
TV.
We just want to sit on the
Get you
couch. Bro.
get you a $500 Xbox.
We are going to wrap it up because I don't want to hear this guy ran on with his BS hate. I mean, it's garbage,
Pinnacle of
bro.
gaming, yo.
Pinnacle of hating. You know, this guy is all about that hate, and you know, sometimes I want to respect it, but not this time, man. PC for life, yo. Superior race. PC, baby. Me.
Right,
so
is that it or what?
yeah, that's a wrap. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in for this episode of Hate It or Love It. We will see you guys again next week. And with that, peace.